This is in reply to a very dear friend who was asked the unanswerable question. They don't actually know it, but what they're asking is, who am I? And there isn't an answer to who am I. Let's try and explain that. You see, what happens is, when we start to look to become more conscious, what we do is we take care of the easy things first, the things that are not going to disturb anything too much. We just take care of this and take care of that. So incremental changes, and life does improve. Things do seem to get better. So what the fundamental energy inside says, we're doing fine, just leave it alone. But you see, nothing really happens until you take care of the fundamental. And the fundamental is, who am I? And I'm going to try and explain that. You see, what Jesus is quoted as saying is something that is fundamental, but we don't understand it. He said, unless you die and be reborn. It's a tricky reply, actually, because when you die, you're not reborn. So when we try to answer somebody's fundamental, there is a very strong mechanism in all of us to avoid connecting with what's being told, because it goes like this. You see, your fundamental energy is to help you survive in this dimension the way it looks to you. And that's about being safe, secure, and predictable. So your fundamental energy does not want to let you hear what you need to hear if you want to go beyond what you are experiencing as reality, which is one level of what is. There is something else. And if you check up on all the people that have had their realizations, on people that have had near-death experiences, you'll hear the same story over and over and over. What we see as reality is an illusion. What they say in the East is Maya, a play, a game. Now, I'll come back again and say, our fundamental survival mechanism does not want us to see that. And that's its job. And if you want to have a realization beyond that, you've got to say, thank you very much. I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to risk to die, not knowing whether I'm going to be reborn or not knowing whether what all these people have said and I've read and heard, I don't know whether it's true or not. I can't know whether it's true or not. But I'm going to take the risk. This has now become my fundamental aim in life. To die to what I think I know and see if anything emerges on the other side. Just as an aside, nothing emerges on the other side, and everything is on the other side. And when I say it doesn't emerge as a separation. And that can't be explained, you see, because the mind listens in duality. It says it's either this or that, and it isn't either this or that. It's this and that, nati-nati. So, when we try to tell a person about their fundamental behavior, they'll keep diverting into this and that and the other, and saying, well, we'll look at this or we'll look at that, but not the fundamental. Now, this particular person is very beloved to a whole number of us, and we have tried in the past to tell this person that there is a fundamental place that they're holding, and they're not hearing. They're not letting it in. So how come with these people who obviously love this person and care for this person, how come they're not letting it in? because their whole life would be shattered, smashed, destroyed. They, as they know themselves, would be utterly destroyed. Their character, their personality, their habits, their behavior, their whole approach to life, everything they think they know and don't know, the very foundation they're standing on would disappear. And not only disappear, you see, this is the thing that's really hard to explain. When this thing happens, where you no longer know anything, you see, what the senses are picking up is, when you reach that stage, not only do you not know who you are, now listen carefully, you don't know who it is that doesn't know who it is. Do you think you can get a glimpse of that? Everything is gone. Everything. You don't have a position to look at a position. There's no position. My nose is itching. There's no position. So you can't say, oh yes, I can see that happening. Because this has no foundation. Nothing has any foundation. It's all gone. The dark night of the soul. That's the bit in the middle. This is no longer relevant for you, and you haven't yet emerged into the unpronounceable. The very foundation. Now, clever people are very clever. So what they keep doing is saying, yes, I'm listening, but they're not listening. They're trying to divert you. Look, you said that, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing... No. You see, unless you listen and let it in, that nothing is the way you think it is, including you, the one that's looking, that can't see the way things are. Nothing. When my eldest daughter, Ryan, was very young, and we lived in India with a guru, she used to go around with a little mantra. It went like this. Nothing, do 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 do. Nothing. Nothing the way you've thought it is. And yet, nothing changes. Everything is the same. As Zen says, when you enter the stage, rivers are no longer rivers, mountains are no longer mountains. That's right, everything dissolves. And then, mountains are mountains, and rivers are rivers. But now it's very different. Very, very different. Alan Steinfeld sent me an interview with Bashar today, and I sent it out today. It's very, very good. It's very good. I concur exactly with what he's saying. The only difference is with what he's saying and my experience is it doesn't actually work that way for me. I know it is the way he's talking, and the shift into doesn't seem to have happened. You see, wherever you get to, it seems there's another level. In the East, they talk about enlightenment as though that is the place. That isn't my experience. I keep finding a level and say, oh, this is what they were saying. And then there's another level, and another level. As Jesus tried to explain, when you see the inner as the outer and the outer as the inner, the up as the down and the down as up, when you let go of every idea of everything, when you let go of your father and your mother, when you take no thought of tomorrow, when you let everything go, then you think you're going to be, well, you're not. You see, that's it. You're not And yet you are. We can't explain that. Nobody's explained it. The Tao, the hidden harmony, the kingdom of God, the peace of path, this understanding, it can't be explained. It can't be explained to a mind that works in duality, because it's not this or that. It's this and that, and the mind can't handle that. It's just. So you could take this as a little exercise that you are dealing with details, and that's fine. They need to be taken care of. But you're not going to, what we call, wake up until you're ready to go to sleep. You're not going to wake up till you're ready to die. Die to everything you know in every way, including what you think I'm saying now. Everything. Die to everything. And absolutely not know anything, including who it is who doesn't know anything. And until then, that clever little survival mechanism of yours will keep saying, oh yes, we've got that. Oh yes, we'll take care of that. But no, it won't. Unless you die. And rebirth isn't what you think. It's unexplainable. And it's there, here, and there. Now. In this very moment. Just going to add something to that, and that is, thank you very much to the person that asked this question, this dear friend of ours, because this reply is for all of us, no exception. It's that elusive, unexplainable thing. Stay open. Keep being available.